This tutorial addresses using Microsoft Excel 2007 and 2010 in order to create frequency distributions and then the subsequent histograms. Now I have a little data set here I'm using. I have it called Matthews Auto Data, and what I have is an auto repair shop and a sample of 50 of their work orders and the parts cost from those work orders. So in this column, column B, we see there are about 50 tickets there, and each one represents the parts cost again from the work orders. So what I'm going to do, go over here to, actually normally would be on the Home tab, I'm going to jump over to the Data tab, and in the Data tab on the far right there's this little new box called the Analysis box, and it has Data Analysis an option. If you don't have that, then that means the add-in still needs to be loaded. That does come free and packaged with Excel, but it does need to be loaded up before it can be used, and there's a separate tutorial on that. But since ours is here, I'm just going to continue. Data analysis, histogram, quite a few different statistical functions that open up when we have the data analysis pack loaded, but for now we'll just work with histogram. So I'll choose histogram, click OK, bring up a new menu, and these are the values that I need to give it. Now we don't really have a bin range right now, all we have is the input range, and the input range is actually our data right over here. I'll just re-highlight that to make sure I have the right all 50 of those. There we go. I'm not going to put in a bin range. I'm going to let Excel decide how to group the data in order to manage those 50 tickets. Chart option down here needs to be turned on so that it'll create both the frequency distribution table and the histogram chart. If I click OK, it created a new sheet down here, and here we have our frequency distribution, the tabular output, and then the histogram. So Excel created a bin for any tickets up to $52 of parts, and then from $52 to $60, from $60 to $68, and then it identified how many tickets were in each one. So these are our counts of how many work orders. One was $52 or less, one was between $52 and $60, and so forth, and it provided our visual output. And it shows a somewhat normal distribution, a little larger on the upper end of the scale, but somewhat normal with one center peak. Now if I go back to my data this time, what I'd like to do is I would like to control the bins. So I would like to tell Excel how to group the data, and so I'm just going to set up bins of sizes of roughly 10. So up to $59, from $59 to $69, $69 to $79, $89, $99, and $109. That'll give me some nice evenly sized groups, and I think a little bit better looking histogram. So let's give that a try. Data analysis, histogram again. My data is still identified, but this time I'm going to tell it where to find the bin sizes in my spreadsheet, and they can really be entered anywhere. You just need to tell Excel right here in the menu box where to find those bin sizes. My chart output is still selected, so I'll hit OK this time. It recreated it, and now it used the bin sizes that I designated up to $59, from $59 to $69, $69 to $79, right down the line. And it used the exact same data, so it'll still add up to the 50 tickets, but it's just grouped them differently since I designated, and again with a little bit cleaner, I like to call them buckets, but buckets or bins or groupings of tickets. So again, same data, but a little different look at it.